Hello guys, let us learn about ovarian tumors mnemonics in this short video. Ovarian tumors are having a lot of named ovarian tumors, so we tend to confuse which ovarian tumor comes under which classification. So this topic is important for all the MCQ examinations, competitive examinations, as well as for the theory part for the residents of radiology as well as gynecology. Let us understand the surface or the anatomy of the ovary first to categorize the tumors. The first one is the surface epithelium, in which comes the surface epithelial tumors, and the second cells are the germ cells, which gives rise to germ cell tumors. And the third part has two components. One is sex cord component, and the other one is the stromal component. So this put together constitutes sex cord stromal tumors. Now let us learn about the individual classification of these tumors. The surface epithelial tumors, the mnemonic to remember surface epithelial tumors is clear stem. Clear is for clear cell tumor, and S is for serous cystadenoma, T is for transitional cell tumor, E is for endometrioid cancer, and M is for mucinous cystadenoma. So this clears the category of surface epithelium, that is clear stem. And the germ cell tumor, it occurs in the very young age, early age. In the early ages only we learn alphabets, right? So C, D, E is the mnemonic for germ cell tumors. Alphabet C, D, E. C is for choriocarcinoma, D is for dysgerminoma, D, E is for dermoid, and another E is for endodermal sinus tumor, and E, another E is for embryonal carcinoma. So C, two D's and two E's is for germ cell tumor. Then comes the sex cord stromal tumors. The mnemonic here is bro is looking at the sexy girl. So bro there indicates the fibroma, and looking is for Leydig cell. So bro is for fibroma, L is for looking, that is Leydig cell, and THE is the, that is thecoma. Fibroma, thecoma come under one group like stromal. And then comes Leydig and Sertoli cells under one group, that is sex cord. Both of them are together are constituting sex cord stromal tumor. And the last word girl, G, stands for granulosa cell tumor. So this completes the mnemonic part of the classification. The three confusing terminology, endometrioid cancer, endodermal sinus tumor, and embryonal carcinoma, all are starting with E, and the names are quite intimidating, right? So embryonal carcinoma, embryo, younger age group, so put it under germ cell tumor. Endodermal sinus tumor, derm is rhyming with germ cell. So derm is for germ cell. It is otherwise called as yolk sac tumor. And the remaining one, endometrioid, put in the first category, that is the surface epithelial. This endodermal is rhyming with germal. It is otherwise called as yolk sac tumor. So this completes the learning of all the different tumors under which category they constitute into. Now let us learn about the tumor markers of different ovarian tumors, which are quite important for us. The first one being the serous cystadenoma. CA125 is the tumor marker for serous cystadenoma. But this CA125 is not specific for serous cystadenoma because it is usually raised in different kind of ovarian tumors. So this is not of that significance for us. Whereas mucinous cystadenoma, CA199 is elevated, and carcinoembryonic antigen CEA is elevated in mucinous cystadenoma. So this is an important point. CEA elevated in mucinous cystadenoma. Then comes the transitional cell tumor. Transitional cell is usually seen in the bladder, right? Bladder is lined by transitional epithelium. So Brenner, B for bladder, is seen in the transitional cell tumor, otherwise called as Brenner tumor. So remember it like Brenner, brew the coffee. So BRE is for brewing the coffee. Why brewing the coffee is important? Because coffee bean nucleus is seen in transitional cell tumor, otherwise called as Brenner's tumor. Coming to serous cystadenoma, S for S, single cyst. Mucinous is M for M, multiloculated cyst. Appearance as gross appearance. Coming to the histopathological appearance of serous cystadenoma, they show the psammoma bodies. Endometrioid cancer, one important point is they are seen in ovaries, and some part of the tissue, tumor tissue, is seen in the uterus as well. Now let us complete the part of psammoma bodies here only. This is a well-known mnemonic available all over the internet, that is PSM square. P is for papillary carcinoma thyroid, another P is prolactinoma, and S is for somatostatinoma, and our serous ovarian tumor, single gross appearance, whereas psammoma bodies histopath appearance, and two M's are mesothelioma and meningiomas. So this completes the psammoma bodies for us. Then coming to the germ cell tumor. So choriocarcinoma, it is a very well known cancer. C for C, beta HCG. Instead of remembering that, we know, right? Beta HCG is for choriocarcinoma, and it is usually spread through hematological meds. In choriocarcinoma, we have cytotrophoblast and syncytial trophoblast. Red arrow indicates the cytotrophoblast and the blue arrow indicates the syncytial trophoblast over there. So the first one is done in the CDE mnemonic, that is C is done. And then comes the dysgerminoma. Remember it like German lab. So dysgerminoma, name has germ in it. So remember it like a German lab. In a German lab, you are making fried eggs. So why to remember lab here? It is a tumor marker mnemonic. LAB, LDH, alkaline phosphatase and beta HCG. In alkaline phosphatase, that too PLAP is given in the questions usually. That is placenta-like alkaline phosphatase is elevated in dysgerminoma. And X is fried egg appearance on the histopathology. And then comes the next one, that is the dermoid tumor. The dermoid tumor is otherwise called as teratoma. Teratomas are of three types: mature cystic, immature and struma ovary. Immature ones are usually malignant ones, whereas mature cystic teratoma is otherwise called as the well-known dermoid, which is very benign. These dermoids tend to undergo torsion, and there is a high risk of malignant transformation in the dermoids. This malignant transformation is usually into the squamous cell carcinoma, and it is the most common ovarian tumor that occurs in the pregnancy, this dermoid tumor. And this Rokitansky protuberance is a solid component of this dermoid tumor, which usually has this malignant transformation tendency, which is into squamous cell carcinoma. Coming to the endodermal sinus tumor. Endodermal sinus tumor, derm for germ, that is in the germ cell tumor, and it comes otherwise it is called as yolk sac tumor. The mnemonic for is yolk sac. Sac is for SAC. S is for Schiller dual bodies, and A is for two alphas, alpha 1 antitrypsin and alpha fetoprotein, and C is for children. It is the tumor that occurs in the childhood age group. So these are the Schiller dual bodies, otherwise called as glomeruloid bodies on the histopathological images. We are done with C, 2 Ds and 1 E. The last E that is left over is the embryonal carcinoma. Embryonal carcinoma, the term itself is indicating, right? Embryo. The embryo level, at the younger age group, we learn A, B, that is alpha fetoprotein and beta HCG. And hold together this germ cell tumor also at the early age group. So there we are continuing this AB as C, D and E. So I hope this is clear. Fried egg appearance, as we have seen, it is otherwise seen in other components also, like in the brain oligodendrogram, in the bone marrow hair cell leukemia, in the testis seminoma, in the ovaries germinoma, and in the micro you have mycoplasma and malassezia furfur. So samoma and fried egg appearance are done along with this simultaneously. So those are also the neetpg bits. Coming to the sex cord stromal tumors. In the sex cord stromal tumors, stromal component you have fibroma and thecoma, and in the sex cord component you have Sertoli and Leydig cell tumors. Coming to the fibroma part, in the word fibroma you have bro in it, right? So that was in the mnemonic, bro was looking. So in fibroma we need to remember one triad, which is the Meeks triad, which constitutes fibroma, ascites and the pleural effusion. And Leydig cell, Sertoli cell is due to hyperandrogenism, whereas granulosa, girl, is for hyperestrogenism. And Leydig, dig means digging the crystals. So there is a boy who is digging the crystals. Those are rinky crystals in the histopathological appearance of Leydig cell tumor. And then coming to the next one, that is Sertoli Leydig cell. Otherwise, like Hyler cell tumor is also another one of the subclassification of this class. And then granulosa cell tumor markers are inhibin and estrogen, hyperestrogenism. The mnemonic here is call granny for a coffee. So here call is for call Exner bodies that are seen on histopathological examination. Granny there indicates granulosa cell tumor. For a coffee, coffee here indicates coffee bean nucleus. So this coffee bean nucleus we have seen in two places, right? One is brewing the coffee and the other is called granny for a coffee. So brewing the coffee, BRE, is for Brenner's tumor, which is otherwise called as transitional cell tumor. Granny is for the granulosa cell tumor. Brenner's is the transitional, and we have seen it in what category? The first one, that is surface epithelial tumor category. And the granulosa cell we have seen girl. So bro is looking at the sexy girl. The girl here indicates granulosa, and it is categorized into sex cord stromal tumors. So if you go in an orderly manner, we will never make a mistake in what class of tumor this a named ovarian cancer goes into. And last but not least, there is one category called metastatic tumor, otherwise called as Krukenberg tumor, which has signaling cells in it. The mucin, the large amount of mucin within the cell, displaces the nucleus to the periphery, giving it a signaling cell appearance. Usually, the primaries for the Krukenberg tumors are from the GI carcinomas. So, this altogether constitutes ovarian tumors in a nutshell. Here is a question for you. The Schiller dual bodies are seen in which kind of ovarian tumor? And that ovarian tumor comes under what class of classification is my question for you. Thank you. Please feel free to comment in the comment section for any further topics that you want to be simplified.